Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Rules Horror. Story 1. Rules for Late Night Gaming Session. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. If you find yourself reading this, let me give you a few guidelines before you start grinding for better gear. Keep the lights off, you won't need to walk around much and it saves your sanity. Don't yell or shout, you don't know who or what you might wake up. Bring some source of caffeine or something to help keep you awake. Don't look around, keep your eyes focused on the screen, wandering eyes can lead to things that shouldn't be seen. Only leave your room if completely necessary, the more your door opens the higher chance something may enter. Take the occasional break to just close your eyes for a minute or two, let your eyes take a temporary rest and keep mitigating its effects. Do not under any circumstance sleep in front of your setup. When the clock reaches midnight, check your door and make sure that it is still locked, sometimes it will try to get in. If your door starts to open at any point during your session, pay or no mind, it can't do anything unless you acknowledge its presence. Its effects will only take hold once you finish your game session. If you feel drowsy after you finish playing, drink more caffeine and by any means necessary. If you sleep you won't wake up again. If you feel like you were falling in your dreams the night you spent gaming, look into the screen and make sure that you aren't playing the game you played last night, it could be watching and waiting from inside that game. Finally, have fun and enjoy your game. The happier you are, the less likely it will attempt to get in. Story 2. Rules for surviving this nightmare. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. So the bad news is, you are currently in a nightmare. Good news is, you are not the first person to be stuck in this nightmare. These instructions will find their way to you one way or another, so pay close attention. Even though this is a dream, you can die here. Take note of the room you are in. It should be a bedroom unfamiliar to you and changes every time someone gets stuck in this nightmare. However, there are key features that are consistent. See further rules for details. There will be loud banging on the bedroom door. This is your cue to hide under the covers. Leave no part of yourself uncovered. It will break the door down. Do not uncover until it leaves. The door will return when it is gone. The closet door will start to creak. You should have a flashlight of some kind. Get up and open the door and shine the light only if there is no growling along with the creaking. If there is growling, it is too late and I am sorry. The window will have a shadow approach from outside. Ignore it, it hates when you look. If the sky is green out the window, get up and turn on the light. Do not stay out of bed for longer than 30 seconds. It lives under the bed and knows when you aren't there. The toy in the chair will get angry if the light is on too long. It is too fast and its teeth are sharp. Do not be fooled. They will be coming at you randomly and possibly at the same time. Keep them at bay until you wake up. 9. See you tomorrow night for another round. You can't stay awake forever. Story 3. Calypso's Carnival Employment Rules. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Welcome to your first day working here. My name's Buddy, and I'm gonna be teaching you the rules of working at Calypso's Carnival. And remember, we are a welcome, fun-loving place for all the family. We wouldn't want to ruin that for our customers, would we? Don't break the rules, and don't disclose this list to anyone. Best of luck! Arrive to work at 7:33 on the dot, every day. If you can't make that time, the traffic is bad, you're running late, just stay home. If you do accidentally show up early or late, refer to Rule 14. When you arrive at work, remember to sign in. Otherwise we will assume that any version of you we see that day is fake. We will terminate you for the safety of our staff. Should you notice a man in a dark suit, say hi. Should you notice a man in a dark suit, run. Once signing in, head to the main office where you will be given your timetable for the day. 5A. If you aren't assigned to the fun house, you may begin the workday. 5B. If you are, tear your timetable and request a new one. If it still has you listed for the funhouse, refer to funhouse rules farther down the page. Always go to the funhouse, smiley face. If a customer asks you to show them the secret ride, then take them to the back of the hook-a duck and use the knife in the safe box to kill them. The code is 6843. Then, refer to Rule 14. If you see a child, about 5'2", long blonde hair whose face you can't quite catch sight of, report it to the office immediately. We don't have any clowns employed here. If you see a clown, run. 9b. If a clown approaches you before you can run, do whatever it says. It may tell you to pull your hair out. It may tell you to cut off your fingers. It may tell you to gouge out your own eyes. Do whatever it tells you to, the alternative is worse. 9. See the clowns are joking, don't do what they say, don't obey the clowns, come find me and I'll save you from them. If a staff member tells you it's time to go on break, agree with them, go to the main office and tell them there's a code green. It means you broke a rule at some point that day. Refer to Rule 14. Always keep an eye on the clown face that is the entrance to the funhouse. If its eyes are moving, look for the employee it is staring at and tell them it's time to go on break. It means they've broken a rule. Ignore the things you see out the corner of your eyes, they aren't human. If the carnival music stops, run for your life. If you have been directed here, it means you did something bad, real bad, and you are in grave danger. Now do exactly what I say here, and don't mess up. 14.1 Go to the nearest enclosed place you can find. It can have no windows, no clocks and no mirrors. Ideally with no reflective surfaces at all. 14.2 Barricade yourself in. Lock the door, put furniture against it, even use your own body if you must. 14.3 Turn on any lights. They search dark rooms first. 14.4 Send messages to any loved ones, it will be the last time you communicate with them. 14.5 Take the knife stored in your uniform pocket and find a surface you can use to carve something onto. Wood, chalk, but not fabric. Fabric won't work. If you have nothing else, you must use your own skin. Now, carve the words Elcherti Montoler. It translates to cast me free. 14.6 Hope you followed these rules a little better. If you did, your soul will be sent to join them. Trust me, that's better than what they will do. If you didn't, they will find you before the ritual is complete. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do to help from there. Funhouse rules. So you got stuck with the funhouse on your schedule? I wish you luck. Your job is to walk around and make sure nothing abnormal happens. You will have a walkie-talkie. If anything happens, report it immediately. Don't look at the walls too long. Staring at the patterns for too long will let the things in the walls get into your head. When walking through the mirror maze, close your eyes and feel your way through. Your eyes will deceive you. They will show you things that aren't there, hide things that are there. If a customer asks you to show them the way out, don't do it. They're trying to trap you. We don't have any clocks in the funhouse. If you hear ticking, run. If you see one, it's too late. If you see another employee in the funhouse, hide. It's Gary. He's trapped in there until someone messes up. If he catches you, you take his place. You will be set wandering these halls until you catch someone else. And trust me, you will have lost your mind within an hour of the first night in there. If anything, and I mean anything seems off, report it immediately. Better safe than sorry. This includes feelings of being watched, inanimate objects moving, customers with uncanny appearances, written words becoming unreadable. Finally, don't get lost. You don't want to risk getting stuck in there at night. That's it, good luck employee. 8 They're lying. You have to believe me. That thing in the funhouse isn't me. You have to help me. They are going to kill us all. Story 4. Did the sky just turn red? A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. The sky being red is pretty normal. Unless it's during afternoon. What's weirder is that nobody else seems to notice it. It seems you're unlucky enough to be chosen as its next prey. Follow these rules to survive. 1. Do not ask for help. Nobody else can help you, it's only you and these rules that can guarantee your survival. 2. Do not drink water. All water will be contaminated and will easily cause you to faint. 3. Avoid eating. Eating can cause you to get thirsty, and if the food has moisture then you're done for. 4. Go on with your day. This unnatural is different than the others and won't directly attack you unless you meet some specified condition. These rules will help you avoid those conditions. 5. Don't sleep. Sleeping will leave you vulnerable, making you easy prey for it. 6. About an hour before the sun sets, you may see someone who looks just like you. It's the unnatural's last resort to make you submit. Others cannot see it, so you must ignore it. Those who interacted with it were never seen again. We do not have any information on what to do if you interact with it. If you unluckily do so, then please write down what happens so that we can be better equipped to deal with it. 7. After the sun sets, you're out of danger and can go home. Do not go to the UDA office. 8. Go to the UDA office in the morning. Due to unnatural attacks on the UDA offices at nights, it's advised not to go there after sunset and before sunrise. After surviving all that, dying to another unnatural or an employee is not desirable, is it? The UDA. Story 5. Rules for the Death Walker. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. So you're dead, or well, not really. After all, if you were dead, how could you be reading this? I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're like me, stuck in the Deadlands, and you're gonna be here often. You see, we're death walkers, we die and come here. If we leave, we return to our bodies. As for how or why we are, I don't know. My best guess is our purpose is to become fuel when we eventually fail. That being said, let's get started on teaching you the rules of this place. Take a look around. You'll see two masses in the skies, one red, one blue. That's where they'll drag you if they can. Other than that, this place will be white and empty. If you see a black pulsing mass, ignore it. It only becomes active when you acknowledge its existence. 1A. If you have acknowledged the mass, I'm sorry, but you're now going to have to rush as it sends that thing to hunt you. 1B. If that thing is sent after you, run, sprint, don't stop for a second or it will catch up. Ignore the other rules in favor of speed. 1C. Make peace with whatever you believe in, because I have never seen anyone successfully outrun that thing. Not without sacrificing others to buy time. 2. Check your hands. You'll notice they're sort of gray now. That means you're safe and don't have to worry about anything. Will be for a few more rounds of this. 2A. If for whatever reason your hands are a dark, almost ink black color, you are not safe. You're now prime fuel for the masses and will have to abide by the other rules. 3. Start walking. Doesn't matter what direction you're going in, the Deadlands don't adhere to the rules of the living world. 4. You'll meet your first entity after about 5 minutes of walking. She'll take on an appearance most appealing to you and attempt to convince you to go with her. Politely decline her offer unless you want to go to the furnace. 4A. If for whatever reason she asks to walk with you, accept. There is no harm in this and you may even get some information out of her. Apparently even she gets bored and lonely. 4B. If you are for some reason rude to her at any point, the Deadlands will become hostile. Hope you're good at avoiding everything trying to kill you, well, unless you like the idea of finding out what the blue mass does. 4C. She may at times be accompanied by Entity 2, the friendly fellow. You'll notice he's a grayish color and, as his name suggests, rather friendly. He's one of us that decided escape wasn't worth it. Be nice to him and he should help guide you through this place. 5. Eventually you'll come to a place where the ground has a grayish color and an almost snow-like covering. That's ash. That's all of us that didn't escape this place, that gave in. Pay them respect, a small prayer, a blessing, Anything to show them you acknowledge their suffering. 5a If for whatever reason you didn't pay respect, start running. The ashes will start to take the form of who they once were. They will begin to attempt to drag you back and then they will take you to the furnace so you can endure what they once did. She may deign to stop them if she's taken a liking to you, but don't count on it. 5b They may on occasion take on a more twisted form with elongated limbs, sharper teeth, and a chest cavity that'll open up to be used as a cage for when they catch you. In this event you will not be going to the furnace but the blue mass. I don't know what happens there, but every now and then I'll hear a scream on the non-existent wind and it'll seem to glow just a bit brighter. 6 You'll be approaching a forest by now, the trunks ivory white while the leaves are pitch black. Now is the time to be extremely careful as the lost roam here. The shadowy figures that seem to disappear whenever they enter your peripherals. Avoid looking into their faces when they approach, they'll make you into more of them. It's not a pleasant process would be an understatement. 7 Congratulations, you're at the final hurdle. Before you there is a door and depending on its appearance a different set of rules will apply. 7a If the door is red and has a dial lock on it, run past it. It's unlocked but it'll drag you back to the ash fields, except this time no acknowledgement will appease the ashes. After running past it for 5 minutes, walk backwards and you'll find yourself alive again. 7b The blue door will be cold to the touch. Push, do not pull this door. Pushing it will let you out, pulling it will also let you out, but hypothermia will kill you and then we're back at the start again. 7c This isn't so much a door as it is a black gate with depictions of the ivory forest you've walked through and the occasional screaming soul. Just walk through it, the only trick this gate has is to make you fear it. Congratulations, you've returned to your body. Don't mind the shadows in your peripherals, they can't hurt the living directly. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.